Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm currently on vacation here in Spain and I thought that it would be a really good opportunity to share with you my tried and tested makeup products that will stand the test of time in the heat, in hot climates and in humidity. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, please do keep on watching. Okay, so I've already pretty much done my eyebrows. I just think it's so boring watching people do their eyebrows. But my eyebrow routine always includes this, which is the Glossier Brow Flick. This will not budge on your eyebrows. It's waterproof, transfer proof. It's brilliant. I'm currently experimenting with eyebrow pencils. At the moment, I'm using this, which is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer. This is the very fine tipped brow pencil. This is my second one because the first one was so faulty. This one, I still have a really love-hate relationship with it. I know how to use brow pencils. I know not to dispense too much at the tip, but this, it just keeps snapping on me. I will say that despite the issues that I have with it, snapping and breaking on me, it's really good for staying put. And then later on, I'm going to finish with this. If you want your brows to stay in place all day through any temperature, this is wonderful. It is the E.L.F brow laminating gel, but I'm going to pop that on a little bit later. So as I do every day, I prep my skin with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Let's get this hair out of the way. I know that I've got a bit of a tan. I do try and keep my face out of the sun, but I always develop these sunspots or age spots. They do fade as the year goes on after I've been away. So, I always develop them on the top of my head there, and I know that it's very common as you get older. But even though I put sunblock on those, they still turn up. I've definitely developed a lot more freckles as I've been here too. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream because it is very moisturising and my skin feels so dry right now. Although there is SPF in my Magic Cream, I still go in with another SPF because although it's the evening and we don't go out until 7 p.m, it is still hot and sunny, so you still need to protect your skin. So I brought a few SPFs with me, but this is the E.L.F Suntouchable Whoa Glow. This is in Sunbeam, so it's slightly tinted. It's not bright white. I love this because this is also a great primer for the skin. So I'm going to pop this on. So your sunscreen should always be the last step in your skincare. So I'll just rub this in. So in relation to my makeup routine when I'm away on vacation, I don't like to wear anything that is too heavy. I like to wear very minimal moisturizing products. So I still like to wear makeup, that is a given, but I like it to be quite lightweight, quite hydrating. So for that reason, I don't use many powder products at all, really. I am going to prep my eyelids, but I'm not going to use an eye primer today. I'm literally just going to go in with concealer. I've been really enjoying using the Laura Mercier. This is the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer. I have this in the shade 3N1, and I will be using this under my eyes too, but I'm just going to prep just my eyelids. So I'm just taking a Real Techniques, I don't know what this is called. It's just a buffing brush, and I just think it's really good for the eyelids. One of my beautiful subscribers, Charlene, was actually asking me about makeup brushes the other day. If you would like me to do a video on makeup brushes and which ones I would recommend, because I use makeup brushes from every single price point, all the way from E.L.F to BK Beauty and Refa. So let me know if that's something that you would be interested in, and I can put together something. I'm then going to set the eyelids with my Givenchy Prisme Libre. I have this in the shade 2 Satin Blanc. This is great for setting the eyelids because it's super smooth and lightweight. Today, I'm going in with a one pot shadow. One pot shadows are my best friend when I go away on holiday, especially to somewhere really hot like southern Spain. I have lots of one pot shadows that I love, but some that I've been reaching for more and more are from a brand called E.L.F, and they come in these lovely little pots here. I got one in a glossy box 1 month and I was so blown away by it. I loved it. So I picked up a few more shades. This is my favorite. This is Regal. Now these are, I wouldn't call them a shimmery eyeshadow, really, and more kind of satin. One thing I will tell you about these, they don't budge. They don't move off your eyelid. So there's no worry that they will melt off your eyelids during the night. So I'm just taking a Spectrum brush. This is the A40. I think I got this in a glossy box at the same time actually. And I'm literally taking that all over the lid. You can go in with your finger with these, it really doesn't matter. So I'm just taking it and just taking it a little bit up to the crease. And just, the reason I use a brush is because you can kind of just buff out those edges. Now you can just use your finger, which is totally fine. Whatever suits you. So that's the colour just all over the lids. It's just a really lovely coppery type shade. And I picked up another shade of these. This is Sahara Gold, a little bit more creamy than what the other one is. And I just like to use this just to brighten up the inner corner. So I'm just taking a Refer 12 brush and I'm just going to bring that on the inner corner a bit. Just so simple, very straightforward, very lightweight, and feels like nothing on the lids. I just don't want to use any powder eyeshadow when I'm here. I just find it a little bit too heavy. So that is just quick, easy, and it just looks very simple, which is what I'm going for. Mascara wise, I am actually going in with a tubing mascara. This is probably my favorite tubing mascara at the moment, and this is by Hourglass. This is the Unlocked Instant Extensions mascara, and the reason why I am opting for a tubing mascara on holiday in the heat, it's because it doesn't budge, it doesn't move, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't smudge or budge. Tubing mascaras, they perform very similarly to waterproof mascaras, but with a tubing mascara, the polymers wrap around every single individual lash. And although it doesn't give me a massive amount of volume, it gives me a fairly decent amount of length. I mean, I'm not going for a dramatic look when I'm away on holiday. So this is just perfect, and I don't have to worry about it sliding off my eyelashes or ending up under my lash line. I'm just going to pop this on. I'm not going to talk while I do this, because as you know, I can't talk and do my mascara at the same time. When it comes to tubing mascaras, they're not like waterproof mascaras in how you remove them. Waterproof mascaras can be tricky to remove, but tubing mascaras, you literally just use warm water and it will slide off. It literally just slides off. Okay, so that's just one coat of the Hourglass mascara. I do find that with tubing mascaras, they can dry down quite quickly. So I only go in really with one coat, and that is more than enough for me. Now, if you're thinking, those eyes are definitely not enough for me, I would need something a bit extra, well, you can always go in with a wing. I don't do many wings because honestly, number one, I'm not great at them. And number two, because I have really deep set eyes, they kind of just look a little bit off on my eyes, which isn't to say that if you have deep set eyes, you cannot have a wing. But if you did want to add a little wing, probably better to do it before you do the mascara. I should have thought about that. But I did bring a face palette with me. It's the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. So what you could do is you could just pick the darkest shade. The only way I can do a little wing, and it's not a proper wing, it's just a tiny little thing, is with a brush. And this is the Sigma E06, and it's just a really teeny tiny angled brush. And it's the only brush that will allow me to do a wing, and I can only do it with eyeshadow. I'm just dipping into that darkest shade, and I'll just follow my lower lash line out a little bit. I just don't suit a proper wing at all, really. So if you are in the same boat as me, don't like doing wings, you could just do this instead. Usually I would do that before I did my mascara, but just getting ahead of myself today. Following that lower lash line and just bringing it out a bit. If you get mascara on your lashes or on your lid, just take a spoolie and I just flick it off once it's dry. darken up the lash line a little bit if that's what you want to do. Under the lash line a little bit with the same brush. So for foundation, I'm going in with something really, really lightweight, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Plumping Tinted Serum. I haven't worn a proper foundation all holiday, so I've either been wearing this, the L'Oreal Tinted Serum, or I've been reaching for this, which is the new Charlotte Tilbury, the Unreal Skin Shea Glow Tint. I think this is really lovely. It's not for everybody, but it has definitely been something that I've been reaching for a lot. But this is definitely my preference, and I've been wearing this 9 times out of 10. This is in the shade light to medium, and this has been a new discovery for me. I did a video recently on a full face of L'Oreal, and I was really confused as to what it was. Was it foundation? Is it a skin tint? And actually it goes on like a skin tint. It actually goes on like a serum, and then it dries down to a really nice coverage foundation. I really like it. I usually do concealer first, but today I'm going to go in with this first because I actually don't mind if it goes under my eyes. The only thing I hate about this is, look at the mess that the dropper makes. But one of my subscribers, Gillian, she said that you can actually get pumps on Amazon, and I keep meaning to get one. I'm gonna do that. I will do that soon. But I'm just gonna drop it onto the back of my hand and just pick it up and just spread it across my face really. And actually just, you can go in all over with your fingers with this, and it is probably better. I just like to push it into the skin a bit with my foundation brush. So this is the BK Beauty 101. It's just made for this climate because it's just so lightweight and it gives me coverage, but I feel like I'm wearing an actual serum. So that's just one light layer, and that's with nothing. It's really nice. I love it. Right, I'll just pop this on the rest of my face. So that has just given me a really light layer of coverage. I think it's really nice. I think it's perfect for being on holiday, and it really does not budge on me. It doesn't separate, it just becomes one with the skin, and that's what I need out here in hot weather. I don't need something that feels like it's going to slip off my face. It really does just sink into the skin. It's really lovely. I'm going back in with the Laura Mercier concealer. I'm just going to use this under my eyes. Now, as I said, this is a really lightweight concealer. I'm just going to use it just here just to give the mouth a little lift, and just a little bit around the nose, and just a little bit here. So this just gives me a bit of extra coverage, and I know that looks like a lot, but it's really, really lightweight. But I'm just going to take my Refer 37 and I'm just going to buff out the parts on the face. If you want more coverage from a concealer, let it sit for a minute, which is what I'm doing under the eyes, because it is a lightweight concealer and I am very dark under my eyes, so I need all the coverage that I can get. So then I'm just going to tap in, just tapping that concealer, and I'll do that on both sides. One of the other reasons why I wanted to do this video while I'm here is that I'm totally filming in natural daylight. I don't have any artificial lighting, so I think that gives you a better idea of what my face really looks like, warts and all. When it comes to bronzing up the skin, I brought 3 products like this away with me. I brought the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick, one of my holy grails. It's going to give me definition, but it's not going to give me any bronzing. So I've been kind of mixing between these two. So I've got the Rare Beauty Bronzing Stick and the Too Faced Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. I feel like I've bored you to death with this a little bit recently because I've used it in my past 2 videos, but it's really trusty, really beautiful, and just perfect because of how creamy and hydrating it is. Here we're going to go in with the Rare Beauty just for a change, just so that you're not too bored of seeing the Too Faced. But the Too Faced is rapidly becoming one of my favourite bronzing products. for sure. Can go on and draw into the face, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip in. This is the E.L.F. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I'm just going to dip in so that it's just on the end of the brush. I put too much on then, but it really doesn't matter with this because it blends out so easily and so nicely. This is in the shade Always Sunny. I'm just going to add a little bit more up here. Just what's left. I'll just go down here where the jowls are. Next, we're going in with blush, and I did use this in my last video, but this has been my go-to during this holiday. These are the NARS Afterglow blushes. I love two shades, Dolce Vita and Orgasm Rush. I think I'm going to go in with Orgasm Rush today. Don't mind going straight in on the cheek with these because they're so sheer. Yeah, just dotting it on the cheek. These are super sheer, but they're so hydrating, and my skin is feeling really dry at the moment. In this hot weather, just feeling the cooling of this, first of all, feels gorgeous, but just feeling the hydration. I need my skin to feel moisturized, and that's what I get from these blushes. And don't be expecting a huge amount of pigment because there isn't a huge amount of pigment in these, but they are very, very buildable. Oh, and I'm using my Refa 04 brush for this. Got a little spot there that I need to do something about. All right, so I'm going to go in with what is probably the heaviest product that I'm using today, and this is my NARS Pot Concealer, the Soft Matte Concealer. This is in the shade Custard. I just want to conceal a couple of areas. So my nose, first of all, where I have the broken thread veins, capillaries, whatever you want to call them. It's very hard to conceal spots on your cheek, but if you do get one, maybe try and set your blush with a powder blush. That would help. But I'm okay. I don't really care about that. Let me just pop some mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm gonna go in and set the under eyes now, going back to my Givenchy, the Prisme Libre, just patting out any creases that might have formed as I've been doing my makeup. So I'm just taking an angled eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to tap under the eye. So this is the first real powder product I'm using today. I used one for a little minute wing, but this is the first that I'm putting on my complexion. Such a lightweight powder, perfect for mature under eyes. And then I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade 4N, and I'm taking my E.L.F, I don't know what it is called, I think it might be a blush brush actually, but I'm just gonna powder my T-zone because it is hot out there. Even at 8 o'clock at night, it's still really hot. So I just want to powder the places where I do get a little bit sweaty. I'm just going to finish off my eyebrows now with the E.L.F. Brow Laminating Gel. This does not budge. This does not budge. So it goes on white, but it dries clear. So you don't need to worry about being dead precise with it. But it gives me eyebrows when I don't have any. Just comb backwards and then kind of comb them into place. One thing I would say is just be quick getting them into place because it will set down. So there's the other eyebrow, and they are literally locked in place now, destined not to budge until you remove it. Now for lips, I love these lip liners by Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Worthy. These lip liners are some of the best. I love the fact that you twist to dispense the pencil and you don't have to sharpen it. So I'm just gonna pop this on. And then I'm going in with a recent discovery of mine, which is the YSL Love Shine lipsticks. I have this in the shade 201. It's just beautiful. It's pretty nude. I really like that. I really love it. And I love these two. This is really creamy and it lasts for ages. Even when the lipstick fades, you will still see the Rare Beauty lip liner visible on the lips. And I love this lipstick because it is perfect for the summer. It's perfect for hot weather because it's not sticky at all. It's just super hydrating. It feels like a balm, not an oil, a balm. The last thing you want when you're walking out the door and it's absolutely roasting outside and the wind is blowing is hair sticking to your lips. It is a bit of a splurgy item, but I've worn this every single day that I've been here. Call me boring, but I've just not put it down. Before I wrap this up, I just wanted to show you a couple of travel items that I use. Now this is a little bit mucky because it's been to quite a few countries with me, but this is from the Flat Lay company. Obviously it's a little bit dirty, so don't mind that, but this is a travel brush holder. And I've had this for a couple of years. My husband actually got me this. Yes, he's so good like that. He's actually so good with gifts like this. It just holds a ton of makeup brushes and it stands flat on your table, so you don't need to be faffing around laying all of your brushes down. You can just keep them in this brush holder and then zip them up when you're done. They're really good. The Flat Lay company have some brilliant travel items. I'll show you more of those in the future if you want to see them. And my other trusty travel item, which has featured on my channel before when I was talking about my Amazon favorites. This fits in a ton of travel items. I will link those down below. That was really cheap. I think it cost me about 14 quid. Bagging. I'm now going to set my face. My favorite setting spray at the moment is the E.L.F. Dewy Setting Spray, but I don't feel like I want any more dew at the moment. So I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting spray. This is my second one actually that I've purchased. This is amazing for keeping my makeup in place. I know that some people are not really a fan of setting sprays, but for me, they definitely help with the longevity of my makeup and they help kind of just to melt all of the products in together. So there we are, my go-to holiday, vacation, hot weather makeup look, definitely including products that really will not let you down in the hot weather. These are all tried, tested and trusty, and I can hand on heart recommend them to you, and you know that I love them because you see them all the time on my channel. Do let us know, what are your favorite go-to holiday makeup products? Which ones do you use that will never let you down? Please do let us know in the comments. I realized before I started filming this that this is actually my 50th YouTube video. Who knew I would get to number 50? But I just wanted to say a big thank you for tuning in to watch me, especially those that tune in every single week. You actually mean the world to me. You'll never know how much. So thank you so much for being here. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, take care and bye for now.